welcome to The 80sist, the podcast that uses your votes to determine the most totally 80s song ever to blare out of a double cassette boombox on a Bellevue, Ohio pool deck. Very specific this week. In Cleveland, I'm Keith Marsteller. Joining me from Seattle, Washington, it's the creator of The 80sist, my longtime friend and co-host. He secretly wanted to grow a rat tail back in high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Wack. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Keith. Guess what occurred to me this morning?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that Taya Leone has been criminally underemployed for the last 20 years or so?
Yes, but besides that.
Whew, that's the only thought I have in my head right now, so no idea. No idea. What?
We are a week, man. 1 week into the new year, and we haven't talked about our New Year's resolutions.
Oh, well, I don't generally need resolutions, man. I don't have a lot of areas that need improving, you see.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, look, resolutions, they don't have to be just about improvement. They could be, about like trying something new.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you, I need a moment to think about it. Can you cover for me while I ponder this?
100%. I will recite Margot Kidder's lines from Can You Read My Mind, the love song in 1978's Superman.
Okay. Okay.
Can you read my mind? Do you know what it is that you do to me? Don't know who you are. Just a friend from another star. Here I am, like a kid out of school, holding hands with a god. I'm a fool. Will you look at me, quivering, like a little girl, shivering? You can see right through me.
Oh, hey, thanks for the cover. I've got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I came up with it.
I didn't want to finish it or anything.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Here it is. Running 50 miles through the woods, 5,000 feet of elevation change at night in the dark, in the rainstorm, is no longer challenging to me anymore. I think I've decided to resolve to run that race backwards this year.
Oh.
To actually it, feel something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, hey, that's, it's a good one.
Yeah, but what was yours, Joe?
I mean, it wasn't much. I was just going to resolve not to eat 2 cups of shredded cheese at 1:30 a.m. in my underwear, but,
Well, hey, that's a good one too, man.
Oh, well, yeah, thanks. Thanks.
Both require discipline.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah,
thanks for that.
Holy shit. Well, welcome back to the...
I mean it about Taya Leone. I mean it.
For sure. She's got brains. She's got looks. She's
funny.
Stage
she
presence.
Is so funny.
She's funny. Yeah. She's the whole package.
Yeah.
Anyway, I agree with you about that, and...
Should have been a bigger star.
Is that really that song really, the Superman? I assume that is real.
Oh, yeah.
100%. It sounds god-awful. The lyrics.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, not Winger level awful, but bad.
No. I mean, it didn't ruin the movie, but,
it's not good.
It tried. Yeah.
So welcome back to the 80sist, everybody.
Welcome back.
That's today's opening line is a shout-out to 80sist listener Tara Ramone, who was chatting with me about her childhood in Bellevue, Ohio, and listening to... things out of the while in her friend's pool and the double cassette deck and all that. So
nice.
It was not me frolicking in a Bellevue, Ohio pool. So hey, Tara, thanks for listening.
Congratulations on the frolicking.
So today is our 45th show of Side B, Joe. We're back, trying to get back on a schedule here, and we're going to discuss the first 2 matchups in our singers region. But first, Joe, you had some...
Oh, yeah.
We have some unfinished business that you would like to attend to. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. I have this medication I have to spread... Oh, no, okay, sorry. No, yes, I see. All right, here. Here's the deal. We had a special Christmas episode.
Yeah.
People did some voting, and we wanted to close out the holiday season officially by giving you guys the results of our special Christmas-ist
And yeah,
episode.
they were pretty decisive.
Absolutely.
We didn't quite get a majority for one song, but definitely enough of.
We had a plurality.
We had a plurality for our fourth song listed there. If you want to, do you want to count them down though? Coming in at number 5.
Number 5 with 0% of the votes. Oh, Weird Al deserves better. It was Christmas at Ground Zero by Weird Al Yankovic, who again deserved better.
Coming in at number 4. A favorite of both yours and mine, Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses, got 12% of the vote.
I'm baffled that didn't get more, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Coming in third place, also underperforming in my opinion, was Run DMC with Christmas in Hollis, which garnered 18% of the votes.
Great track that we both absolutely adore from from those days. Coming in at number 2 was my number 1 selection. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The Bruce Springsteen version got 24% of the vote.
Whew. So, with, again, not a majority, but darn close to it, the winner of the Christmas-est voting was Wham! With Last Christmas.
So
getting
there you go.
47% of the vote.
47%. I know Weird Al did not take any votes away from Wham.
God damn it.
Yeah, that was tough, but
yeah,
we risked a lot by putting Wham out there, and the masses just love Last Christmas, and I get it. So all right,
I mean, sure,
yeah, it's a popular song.
Yes,
all right,
beloved by many.
So, Joe, reminding listeners of the format, we've moved into our third region, and we're going to knock these things out. 2 matchups.
Bam, bam.
Pow, pow. 2 matchups in one show. And so, let's hit our very first Tale of the Tape in the Singers region. Fight!
2 songs enter. 1 song leaves.
It's the Tale of the Tape. He's out!
All right, our first matchup starts with number 9 seed Only in My Dreams by Debbie Gibson, which was a hit between 1986 and 1987. It reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. To arrive here, Debbie narrowly upset her alleged 80s rival Tiffany's number 8 seed, I Think We're Alone Now, sneaking by with 54% of the vote.
Very close, very close. Well, I've got a shocker for those who have not been looking at the brackets, and that is that the challenger against Debbie Gibson this week, 16 seed, Looking for a New Love by Jodi Watley, was very popular in 1987, going all the way to number 1 that year. And to arrive here in the second round, it topped Billy Idol's mighty 1 seed, Moni Moni, by the narrowest of margins, literally 1 ballot, and it took 51% of the vote.
Well, I just let's pour one out for Billy Idol.
Yeah.
Get laid, get fucked.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. Well, you know these songs, but we found that you might get a greater appreciation for them if we play them back to back, and that's what we do here in the Tale of the Tape. So here's Debbie Gibson, Only in My Dreams. Joe's eyes already have rolled to the top of his head.
No, they are closed. I'm contemplating.
Now I
probably enough of Only in My Dreams. Let me fade that guy out.
Most certainly.
And here's Jodi Watley, Looking for a New Love. There you go. That's Looking For a New Love. Now we got a piece of all of these things, and now let's find out who brought this to our doorstep. Joe, I don't know what you were doing in the 80s, but it wasn't listening to music.
Keith, were you awake when you chose this song?
All right, so our first song, number 9 seed, Only in My Dreams, comes in with 87 points. 65 of those were from me because I didn't rank it.
Yes.
Keith had it listed at number 22, so this song is here 100% because Keith brought it.
Well, similarly, 16 seed, yep. Looking for a New Love, came here with 103 points. Joe, 38 of those were from you, and I, similarly to the previous one, I didn't rank this one. So this one is here entirely because of Joe, 100%. So it's a Keith song versus a Joe song, though I believe during at least the last show where we talked about Jodi Watley that I was on board with this one being in the field for sure. Like it was one of those ones that I just forgot because I wasn't using lists. Yep. But it's a good representative, I thought. So
okay.
Well, let's find out now that we know one is mine, one is yours. Technically, let's find out what we think about it.
Has to be, 'cause that's the way I like it.
Keith, I love this song.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I'm not sure I'm going to hear you say that today, but we're going to find out. Joe, talk to me about Only in My Dreams. Deborah Gibson, what do you think? Like it? Love it?
I can sum this up in one word. Yeah.
Is this a skip song for you?
Oh, this is most definitely a skip. Yeah. How do you feel about Only in My Dreams?
It's got some kind of like youthful innocence vibe going on. Don't love it. Don't really even like it, but God, I do know it really well. It's one of those where it's on. I kind of like sing along to it. I would never seek it out. So let's put it in neutral, the neutral category.
Okay, what about Jodi Watley and Looking for a New Love?
It's got a pretty hot groove to it, Joe. I kind of dig it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the same kind of sound production as a Janet Jackson record.
Yes.
I like it. How about you?
I like it. I like that song. There's a reason I ranked it where I did. Like the song, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I guess this is now the point where we rise and enter the court.
All rise for his honor.
Can you answer the question? That is a lucid, intelligent, well thought out objection. Overruled.
I don't know, Joe. I don't know what we're going to do about
contempt
this.
of court.
So we're kind of we're in that state where we free for all it here in the second round. Anything that comes to mind that you want to say to vote for or against one of these songs, go for it. But I came into this one. I do not know where I'm going with my vote on this one. So,
Well, let's talk it through. Why don't you put up a good argument for Debbie Gibson and Only in My Dreams?
All right. Well, Debbie Gibson, she sounds, she's a child in the 80s, essentially. And this sounds like a song a child would write. You know, Jodi Watley sounds like a song a woman would write, you know?
Okay.
And, but the sound style of Debbie Gibson just sounds like the mall. It sounds like a store where you would go and buy shitty 80s clothes, right? I mean, it just has that kind of carefree little teeny bopper sound to it that was big when we were teenagers. And it kind of floats around on a little happy cloud with all those synth noises and all that bullshit. You know, so it is very 80s sounding to me, but Jodi Watley sounds more grown up and more like where music was headed.
Yeah.
You know, kind of, as opposed to like that Gibson thing was not the future of music, right? But
very much not. So when I hear Only in My Dreams, I am hearing a very kind of generic pop song.
Yeah, definitely.
There's nothing about it to me that pigeonholes it as being in the 80s, although if I was to put an argument forth pro Debbie Gibson, it would have to be that culturally she was huge.
Massive.
She was all over the place and so big enough, so big that they drummed up that stupid fake rivalry.
Yes,
with Tiffany,
and I would give her props for whatever you think of the song or the production or the vocals. It's all her. She wrote it, she produced it, she sang it.
Right.
So kudos to her for doing all that at that age and setting records for that. But Jodi Watley is a Grammy Award winner, so
yes,
there's quality there as well.
I mean,
what would you say about Looking for a New Love to get me to vote for that if you were trying to do something like that?
Well, all right. I think the Janet Jackson comparison is apt. Much like you might vote for someone, you might have voted for someone who is trying to sound like Prince. That style of music that Jodi Watley's doing here for me is much more like this is a product of 1980. 87, is it? 87?
Ish, yeah, it's 87, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, that song sounds to me like 1987, and I have memories of that song being played at a dance. Not so much the Debbie Gibson.
Debbie Gibson, that song was definitely. She was our age. I think she's my exact age, like within a few days of my age, and
oh wow.
But I think the people that were listening to her were
middle school.
12, 13, right?
Yeah. I can definitely see that song being played in a middle school dance, not a high school.
Not a high school dance, right. I think one of our younger than us listeners, Genevieve, is like a fan of this because she was in that prepubescent wheelhouse when Gibson hit. But Gibson was not big with us, you and me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Whereas
we were definitely not in her target demographic.
Right. Whereas Jodi Watley, this song and this video, more provocative. She's being a woman in the video. She's not being like a little girl, right? So it's
right.
Lyrically and visually, it's more interesting. And it does have a lot of, because you know me, I can't vote for something without that sound production. You know how I get stuck up on that, but. Looking for a New Love, if I just drop a needle, pick a time between 0 and 4 minutes.
1:15.
115. We'll see how 80s things sound at 115. Here we go. Oh, the talking and the lyrics pissed you off a little bit, but I thought that was kind of you had to have him. Yeah, there's some nice synth in there, drum machine, and then this noise. Wherever that is.
Yep.
How about here? Yeah,
there it is.
All right, so anyway, that's... I can see the case for both, I guess, is what I'm saying, because like you say, the cultural presence of Debbie Gibson, undeniable. The song was a massive hit, but Jodi Watley maybe experientially more in our wheelhouse, and the sound is not 80s. It's definitely got that tinge to it. So I guess I think I'm ready to make a ruling if you are. And,
I'm all set, man. Let's do it.
All right, let me get my bongos. And I'm going to be going first because a 9 seed is the favorite, which is odd. And I think I'm convinced, although I'll let them finish the bongos, I think I'm convinced to vote Jodi Watley here. I think 16 seed, though she may be, still a Grammy winner, still a #1 smash hit, and still very well-produced 80s music. And I'm going to guess you're following me, but I'll let you speak for yourself, Joe.
That's right. Cinderella story. Stepping up. Yeah, no. This 16 seed could go all the way.
That's right. These were both upset winners, although the 8-9, the 9 is not much of an upset, but still, she had to get past her nemesis, allegedly. And so now we've got Jodi Watley off to a crisp 2-0 start. So
nice.
So now we will move on to our second matchup and an abbreviated tail of the tape bumper. Fight. All right, and get us started, Joe.
Okay, so number 5 seed, Head to Toe by Lisa and Cult Jam.
Oh, yeah.
Was #1 smash in 1987 to arrive here. It beat number 12 seed, Simply Irresistible by Robert Palmer, securing 52% of the vote in a close matchup. That's it.
That's it. That's the one. I realized I had that. I was hoping that would be the last time we get to use that, I guess. I was hoping I'd have that for a while. Although Head to Toe, I may have even voted for. But, well, check it out, Joe. Another upset has arrived at our door in the form of 13 seed Toy Soldiers. Was also a #1 smash hit for Martika. But in 1989, so just a little later than Lisa. And to advance to the second round, Martika rose up and slayed heavy favorite 4 seed Silent Running on dangerous ground by Mike plus the Mechanics, dismembering them with a fatal 84% of the vote. What an ass beating Mike plus the Mechanics took, Joe.
Yeah, and, no. I mean, she beat the shit out of Mike and the Mechanics. And so what we've got here, I'm just going to point this out, is 4 giant smash hits, 3 of them #1s, all by women in this show. This is the first 4 where we do 2 matchups with 4 songs. It's the first show we've done of that in our 2 seasons now, with all 4 of the participants being women. So I just wanted to shout out to our great female artists. Dude. Yeah, totally crushing it. And some of them, yes, squeaking by, but Martika, holy crap. And all of them, except Debbie, the other 3 beat men. So Debbie had some girl-on-girl crime there. But, all right. So it is time to, at the end of the tail of tape, we're going to play these things. So
let's do it.
Get ready. I hope you're ready for this. I'm going to play it with full force.
Oh.
So that's Head to Toe. And now here is Toy Soldiers, Martika.
To mislead you, it never should have been this way. What can I say? It's true, I did extend the invitation. I never knew how long you'd stay. When you hear temptation,
Okay, there the two of those are. And I think this is going to be a tough one for me to decide.
Yeah, same.
But first, let's remind the listeners of who brought these songs. God damn it, Joe. It's Iko Iko all over again.
Well, Keith, it's the Jets all over again.
Well, fortunately, it's neither of those things
No.
on this
no.
matchup. But what do you got?
So here's who's responsible for this. Number 5, Head to Toe, came in with 74 points. I had it ranked number 19, so I ranked it pretty high. Keith, you had it ranked at 55, so joint responsibility, but more me.
Yeah, absolutely. You got 36 further slots up than me, but we both had it, which is,
Right.
saying something these days. Similarly, 13 seed Toy Soldiers came in with 96 points. And with a number that high, you think, well, there's going to be a 65 in there. But, Joe, there isn't. It's a 47 from you and a 49 from me. The average of 48 times 2 is 96. And it's near equal responsibility, but very technically speaking, you are that much. I'm holding my fingers close together.
I can see
that
it.
much
Yep.
more responsible than I am.
It's like you're playing the world's smallest violin.
That's right. And now let's find out how you feel about
That's the way it
these
has to
songs.
be, 'cause that's the way I like it.
All right. Do you like Head to Toe?
I don't hate it. I probably would, if I had to get up to cross the room to skip it, I probably wouldn't skip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love it. How about you?
I remember kind of liking it in high school, but I think I've fallen further away from the like of it. I don't hate it either, though. I don't hate it for sure. I probably, if the skip button were within reach, I would hit it.
Yeah.
But like you say,
Agreed.
It's not worth walking across the room for because there is a little bit of nostalgic grooving that I can do to it,
Absolutely. What about Toy Soldiers? How do you feel about that?
Toy Soldiers, for me, holds up. I still really like Toy Soldiers, and I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah.
I like that song.
And so trying not to let the like of a song
Right.
affect how much 80s it is, but we'll talk about that right now as we argue.
All right, fight on it.
All right, and it's time to argue these two songs. Joe,
Okay.
I'll let you have the first crack at it because you were technically more responsible for both of them. So,
Okay.
what have you got?
So,
Talk it out.
Head to Toe. The way that Lisa's voice is processed there sounds very 80s to me. This song, Head to Toe, was pretty ubiquitous. I remember hearing it all over the place in '87, and I mean the whole sound, the fact that Full Force produced it,
yes,
that's pretty '80s.
got a lot
What do you
going
think?
for it. It's got that heavy drum machine,
Right.
super processed drum sounds.
Right.
And yeah, it's got more of the synth sound to it. Toy Soldiers, Martika's got a strong voice there. Not that Lisa's voice is also fine, but Toy Soldiers is a piece that lets her stretch that instrument, like really show it off a little bit. I think it's a better song. And I
agree.
I'm not sure how 80s I think it is.
Well, let me put forth a couple arguments for the 80s-ness of it.
Please.
For me, that kid's chorus.
Oh yeah. Won't you come out?
That feels pretty much of the late decade to me.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not like the earlier mid 80s, but that feels very late 80s to me. The second thing is just how overly dramatic it is.
Oh, it's so
That's
dramatic.
80s.
And
yeah.
and I would also like to point to. Let me see if I can needle drop it. I'm just blindly doing it. But the voice processing on her is. Right here. Yeah, like that. That battle wages on like that. You can hear in that moment like several of the flanges and like the processors that are on her. Even though I think she has a great voice with or without that stuff.
Right.
So that's got some 80s-ness to it. But I mean, if I drop anywhere in the middle of Head to Toe, like we're going to hear that.
Right.
I mean, that's just ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And then I think we even had like, yeah, like it just goes and goes. Like there is no change in that. That drum is going all the way through.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So there's it's 80. They're both 80s in slightly different ways, and
Right.
I guess it's up to us to choose again if you had to take one of these songs and tell your kid this is what
Right.
the 80s was. Kid, which one would it be? Do you have a verdict? Because I'll be going first because we have another odd 5 seed as the top seed. So I'll be going first again. Do you think if I went that you would be ready?
Probably, yeah. Why don't you go ahead?
I think that I think all of it, the Lisa, the Full Force, the what the hell else, the cult jam of it all. They had multiple hits. Martika was a one-hit wonder. I feel like the Head to Toe of it all is just a little more 80s. I'm going to reluctantly vote for Head to Toe as a lesser song in my favorites of the 80s, but a more 80s exemplar, I guess, than in my eyes right at this moment. Where are you coming out, Joe?
Well, so I'm going to point out that by 89, you were up at Kent, and you were listening to more college rock and or hair metal.
And hair metal and a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. And I was still listening to the pop music back in.
Yeah, you were still stuck
back in Berlin Center. So I probably had more exposure to Toy Soldiers than you did.
That's probably true. 100% is true.
And again, just the drama, the kids' chorus. I'm going Toy Soldiers.
Toy Soldiers. Absolutely a great choice as well. I mean, I couldn't even decide. So, I was almost there with you.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I honestly could have gone either way on this because Head to Toe, Head to Toe probably has stuck with me more over the years than Toy Soldiers. I mean, I could have gone either way.
Anyway, so rest in peace, Robert Palmer, both in real life and in our show. So
There you go.
Yeah, so it could have gone either way. We split this one. We doubled
But
up
you
the
might
first one,
not.
and you might not. Joe, go ahead.
Yeah, and if you want to let us know what you think, do that by voting and or commenting on our Substack. We are the 80sest.substack.com. We're also on Facebook, although I am cutting way back on my Facebook because Mark Zuckerberg has his head all the way up Donald Trump's ass.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And is giving bunny kisses to his large intestine.
Wow. Wow.
But we are
Wow.
on Facebook. If you search for the 80s podcast, if you're still there, find us there, but probably don't.
Yeah, there's still a few people who find us that way, and so we'll keep a lifeline to them regardless of the political climate here. But you can also find our podcast on all the great podcast purveyors such as Apple, Google, and of course, our darling who pays us so many royalties, Spotify, where we keep our playlists, including the Side B Singers region, which will be attached directly to this post. And don't forget, guys.
Sewn on a la Human Centipede.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yes, that is the visual right there. Let me remind you to scroll down and be careful about misvoting. Misvoting's been happening. I've been getting a few messages. Be careful. There are 2 polls because there are 2 matchups. So scroll. If you're on your phone and it's a small screen, scroll past that first vote and vote for the second one. And so, anyway, I guess, Joe, that's going to be all for today's show, believe it or not.
I think so.
That's all the show we had for them. But until next time, when you join us on the 80sist, when we will, of course, duke out the final 2 matchups in the Singers region. We're going to finish it out. 4 songs left to look at.
Okay.
So be there.
I'll be there.
So will I. Until such time as we meet again, on behalf of Joe Wack, this has been Keith Marsteller saying, hey, Joe, are you a Tom Hansen guy or a Dennis Booker guy?
What? Excuse me, what? Who are those guys?
Come on, man, don't play coy with me. I read your bio before hiring you for this job.
Dude, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Well, Hansen and Booker were the 2 young detectives who infiltrated high schools in Fox's cutting-edge show 21 Jump Street, played by Jim Smith and Jeff Johnson.
What? No, they were played by...
Aha! I knew you knew you were into those guys. Johnny Depp and Richard Grieco. So who is it, Joe? Are you a Depp guy or a Grieco guy?
Well, Grieco. Because
he was a fashion model who lived his life with a motto of clothes, cars, women.
It's the life I wanted.
But you ended up with...
The life of Johnny Depp, yes. Doing out-of-touch cologne commercials and finding feces in my bed.
Well, anyway,
Mostly mine.
So that 21 Jump Street, huh? Wow, what a show.
I never saw it.
Yeah, me neither. That's spray paint. Yeah, I was serious that I had never actually seen it. Had you seen it?
Oh yeah, no, same. Not
Okay.
not once.
I wrote in the script that you had to say that you never saw it, but I literally had never heard that song, never seen it. I was culturally aware that it existed because of
Well, so here's
Dennis
like the
Miller.
closest I got was Dennis Miller talking about it on SNL.
Yes,
Depp,
Greco,
Greco, Depp,
Yeah.
Depp and Greco, Greco and Depp. Yeah, that's it. That's as close as I got.
Pretty much as close as I got as well. But my wife had suggested it as a thing to play at the end of one of these because a lot of people watched it.
Okay.
And I've seen the movies that came out.
Yeah. Yes, I have too.
But I probably missed all of the in jokes because.
Oh, completely.
So anyway, there you go. 21 Jump Street.
Wow.
And the feces in the bed thing. That's classic Johnny Depp in his trial thing or whatever. So, all right.
Okay.
Well, have a great night with that thought on your mind now.
Bed feces. You know it. All right, man. Take care.
All right. Bye.